In this video, we're going to see Mehdi Hasan grill Donald Trump's former chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, on the Epstein files. Make sure you pay attention to how Mick Mulvaney just avoids answering any question outright and just slithers his way through the questioning and tries to be a bit smart in his responses as well. As usual, let's watch the video in full and I'll give you guys my thoughts towards the end.
Last year, you said the Jeffrey Epstein scandal
would
have no political impact at all on Trump's election chances. And you were right about that. It didn't. But it's certainly impacting his presidency. It's probably the biggest story in America right now. It's divided the MAGA base. Many conservatives are furious with him and his administration. Trump, of course, is a former close friend of Epstein's. They're furious at him for not releasing the Epstein files, as he promised he would. Is it because, as Elon Musk has said, Donald Trump is in the Epstein files?
No, absolutely not. He's in the files. A lot of people in the files. This is if there was something in the files that was particularly damning about Donald Trump, the files would have been released by the Biden administration.
No, not if it was damning about Bill Clinton as well. Not if it was damning about.
Can I please just okay? If it was really damning about Donald Trump, they would have released at least that part. My guess is, and it's an educated guess, is that it's particularly damning of very important people on both sides of the political aisle, which is why Trump doesn't want to release it and why Biden didn't release it either. If it was just about Trump, it would have come out.
You were the chief of staff when Epstein apparently died by suicide in prison. You were. Yeah, we checked.
So.
Trump at the time baselessly suggested that Bill Clinton might have killed him, as he does.
Baselessly? Okay.
You think Bill Clinton might have killed him? Okay. Just checking. I don't know how loyal
Is Bill Clinton on the list?
I mean, you were chief of staff at the time. You didn't come out and correct him, so maybe you do share that insane view.
Not my job.
That literally is your job as chief of staff.
No.
You just said earlier, the chief of staff controls information coming to Donald Trump. Who told him that Bill Clinton killed him?
It's not the job of the chief of staff to protect, to correct the president of the United States. And as between who knows the job of the chief of staff, you know a lot about a lot. You don't know a lot about.
But you just told me the definition was to protect Donald Trump. So you failed.
The job of the president of the United States is to make sure he gets good information.
And he failed because someone told him that Bill Clinton killed Jeffrey Epstein, and you didn't protect him from that.
Did they tell him?
Yeah, he retweeted a post saying that Bill Clinton could have killed him.
So again,
I mean, you told me that was a job description. Last thing on Epstein, you were the chief of staff. Trump does make this claim in 2019. The DOJ now says, the Trump DOJ, it was definitely a suicide, no cover-up, there's no files, and yet they've released a tape from prison, which is missing a minute of footage, and which it now turns out seems to have been edited. You were the chief of staff. Did you see the full footage at the time? Is this the full unedited footage from the prison cell that night?
I have no idea, and I never saw the original film, but I did read about it.
What did you see?
I didn't see anything.
So for 6 months after his death, you're chief of staff, you don't see anything about Epstein?
No.
You don't think that's strange?
No, I don't think it was strange at all.
Why?
Because it's not the type of thing that rises up to the level of the President of the United States on an ordinary basis. It's not. No, I
mean, it literally is right now.
It is. That's dealing with the disclosure of the files, which are in the control of federal government. No, it would not have been the type of thing that we all sit around in the Situation Room and look at the video of.
But you didn't.
Of the Epstein thing. And by the way, the minute, I was reading about the minute gap, you may have read the same thing, is that apparently the video resets every single
night, apparently.
At midnight. So
but there's a trust deficit right now with this administration. But I got to ask again, you're saying you didn't see any of the video stuff, you weren't involved, this doesn't rise to the level of chief of staff or the White House, and yet you're confidently saying that Elon Musk is wrong and his name's not in the files. How do you know?
No, I didn't. No, I absolutely didn't. In fact, I think if you go back and look at the tape, I said, I imagine that Donald Trump's name is in the file someplace. There's photographs of them together. Okay. So if there's a file someplace, which I assume there is.
Trump says his name is not in anything. So he's lying.
I could imagine. Why? There'd be photographs of him.
But he said it's not him.
I have to imagine his name is on the list someplace. He was a member at Mar-a-Lago. By the way, Trump kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago for being too weird. True story.
I mean, he also said he's a terrific guy who likes younger women. So, Mick Mulvaney, thank you for being here. We've got...
Honestly, like these Trump supporters, these Trump followers, January 6th was just the perfect example of these individuals, of how they truly feel. A lot of these people that are in Trump's corner now, they thought that January 6th would be the time and the opportunity where Donald Trump's base would abandon him. And that's the reason why they came out against him. Mick Mulvaney is one of those. He's one of those that spoke out against Donald Trump after January 6th. Now, when they found out and they saw that, you know what, Donald Trump's base is not going to abandon him, you see them do things like this. You see them not willing to step out and defend what they know is right. They will still sit here and defend Donald Trump, knowing that what he done was wrong and knowing that He knows a lot more than what he's trying to lead on that he does. He does. Now, Donald Trump was informed that his name was in the Epstein files. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there was any wrongdoing, but let's just take a look at some of the things that Donald Trump has said over the years. Let's take a look at some of the things that he's been found guilty of within a court of law. Let's just take a look at some of these things. Talking about grabbing women by the, talking about Jeffrey Epstein, how he loves young, beautiful women, kind of like himself. Like, I'm not here to say that Donald Trump has done X, Y, Z. But if you're taking a look at all of the information and you see how close Donald Trump was with Jeffrey Epstein, it's not hard to come to a conclusion to say that, okay, there's something definitely fishy that took place. And when you take a look at the defense that this current administration is playing when it comes to the Jeffrey Epstein files, you definitely know that something's happened or something's gone on. Without a shadow of a doubt. I don't understand how Mick Mulvaney has the gall to sit there and try and act oblivious to all of these pointers that Mehdi Hasan is pointing out. I really don't understand it at all. But it's just another example of a Republican, somebody who's on the right, that doesn't have enough backbone to stand up to Donald Trump because of what it can do to them from a political standpoint or from a social standpoint. This is the world that it is that we're living in today, that one man has an entire political party on their knees and willing to do whatever it is that he says. This is the Republican Party of this day and age. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section about this clip. Let me know what you think about this exchange between Mehdi Hasan and Mick Mulvaney. I think it's quite embarrassing, to be 100% honest, but hey ho, that's just my opinion. Thank you guys for helping us to get to the 50,000 subscribers. Genuinely, I appreciate your guys' love and your guys' support. I'm looking to just continue to keep going. Next stop, 100,000 subscribers. I'd love that if possible. But, the main thing for me is to continue to just find these clips that I think are intriguing, that are going to be insightful for you guys, my audience, sharing my opinion as an outsider looking in on these clips, but then also just giving a little bit of value on my thoughts and my opinions. Once again, thank you guys for 50,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys. If you guys could do me a massive favor and go below and hit that subscribe button, purely so you could become part of the family if you haven't already. We're always looking to grow the family as much as possible. And give the video a thumbs up purely for the YouTube algorithm. These are the things that helps get these videos in front of as many people as possible, along with obviously watching the video all the way to this end point as well. But genuinely, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the support, and let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below in regards to this clip where Mick Mulvaney just embarrasses himself. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.